Hello friends, welcome to IndCareer. This is Lakhan Sharma. We had already discussed the few topics regarding sources of energy, like what are the good sources of energy, what are the various forms of energies are there, like thermal energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, wind energy, hydroelectric energy. So now we are going to discuss how we can extract the energies and how we can convert one form of energy into another form. But before starting that, what we have here is conventional sources of energy. So it is the very first classification of energy. There are two sources of energy. One we called is conventional sources of energy and another one is called non-conventional sources of energies. So we are going to deal this chapter in these two main headings. First, the conventional sources of energy. What are the conventional sources of energies? So those sources of energy which we are looking or we are working on it or we are extracting energy from that sources from a very long year ago or from ancient times. For example, the wood, we are using wood from a very long time. So to produce the heat, we uses wood as the source of energy to produce heat energy. What we are doing, we are burning the wood and converting that into a form of energy, what we call is heat energy. So similarly, in the similar fashion, we uses hydroelectric energy, the energy of flowing water. So that is also a conventional sources of energy. And the third thing is wind energy. We not very much kind, but we are using, or we already know that we are using these three kinds of energy from ancient times. What are this energy? First one is the fossil fuels, the second one is the hydroelectric, and the third one is the energy of the wind. So we are going to deal in detail about the fossil fuels. So what are these fuels actually? Why we call it, what are the different fossil fuels we have? In fossil fuels there are some categories. The first one is coal. The very first one is coal, and the second one, most important one, is petroleum, or what we can say, another form of petroleums are CNGs, natural gases, and petroleum gases. So all these are considered as fossil fuels. We uses fossil fuels from a very long time, and these reserves of these fossil fuels are limited. We have a very limited sources of fossil fuels. These fossil fuels, let's talk about the coal first. In the fossil fuel, the coal, we are extracting or exploiting the coal from a very long time, and most of the industrialization and the growth today we have, the industry sector and the development sector we have today only due to the exploitation of coal. And this coal, there are lots of varieties of coals are there, like anthracite coal, bituminous coal, but we don't need to go to in the detail. The best quality coal, which we call is anthracite. This coal has very high calorific value. If we burn this coal, we will get huge amount of energy, and that is why most of the power plant sector and most of the industries, steel industries, power industries, cement industries, are using nowadays coal. So it is a best conventional source of energy. Best example for conventional sources of energy, one of the, that is coal. Second one is petroleum and natural gas and petroleum gas, we already know that. Now how these coals are formed and why we have limited reserves of coal we have. So actually the coal is a million years process. The formation of the coal is a million year process. How? This is a result of animal, dead plants, dead animals, human waste, all these when gets inside the earth crust during a long period of time, then under the tremendous pressure and temperature of the earth crust, they got converted into a fuel, and what we call is coal as well as petroleum. So these fossil fuels are results of million year process, or we can say billion year process. Million years they take to convert a dead plant or dead animal to convert into coal and petroleum or the petroleum products. So these fossil fuels today we are using these fossil fuels in two forms. One is coal, second one is the petroleum. Now how the petroleums are there and where they are found? So petroleum is found in most of the time in seashore. They are found, petroleums are found in the off seashore most of the time, and they are found in the form of crude oil. Crude oil means they are not ready to use. It means what we have today is petrol, diesel, kerosene, and the gas cylinders, LPGs are there, but they are made or they are extracted from the petroleum. So they are a petroleum products. Petroleum first found in the form of crude oil in off-sea shore areas, in the form of crude oil, and through the process we convert these crude oils into the petroleum products. There are the different petroleum products. We have petrol, diesel, LPGs. We will look into it how these petroleum products are converted in this video only. And the next one, which is important one, is natural gas. Natural gas and petroleum gas, there are two differences in natural gas and petroleum gas. Natural gas are formed naturally or are found naturally where we extract the petroleum. If we drill into the earth crust, these petroleums are also found in the deep earth crust. So if we drill to extract the petroleum from from the earth crust, first we get a gas leaking from that hole, and that gas is actually a natural gas. What happened actually, if in a suppose there is a container like this, if we drill into this, then what we will have, suppose there is a crude oil, petroleum, and there is an atmosphere, and this atmosphere is of natural gas. We have natural gas atmosphere just above the petroleum, crude oil. So first we drill this through the earth crust, we will get this natural gas to be out from into the in our atmosphere, and we collect them, and after refining it becomes the natural gas. So what we have today we call as a CNG, that full form is compressed natural gas. And the second one is petroleum gas. Petroleum gas are not found naturally in the space where petroleums are located. They are result of distillation of this petroleum products. So these two different, this is the major difference between natural gas and petroleum gas, and it generally asks in the exam for 1 mark. Then what is the difference between natural gas and petroleum gas? So you can easily write that natural gas are found naturally above the petroleum, crude oils in below earth crust, but petroleum gas is a result of distillation process of petroleum. Distillation process means getting different petroleum products at heating, by heating the petroleum, crude oil at different temperatures. For example, if we take a quick look of this distillation process of petroleum, then what we will have, first there is a container in which the petroleum, crude oil is filled. If we heat this petroleum at a temperature of around 30 to 50 degrees Celsius, the first thing we will get will be a natural gas, a petroleum gas. 30 to 50 degrees Celsius, we will get a petroleum gas first. Here LPGs will be there, liquefied petroleum gas will be there. If we increase the temperature, further increasing the temperature of this crude oil, then what we will get, around at 150 degrees Celsius, we will get gasoline, which is also called petrol. Third, heating upon with the same rate at around 200 degrees Celsius, we will get diesel fuel. Further heating of this same crude oil, we will get around 300 degrees Celsius oils, the oils which we use in the engines. And last but not the least, at around over 400 degrees Celsius, there is nothing so much petroleum products are there, so wax and asphalts are found. And at the last, when all these petroleum products are taken out, the result remained in this container is what we call coal tar. or in short we say it tar, and that is used to make the roads. So this is a quick look or short view of petroleum fractional distillation, where we found these things. So LPG is a product of petroleum after getting fractional, after hitting at a temperature about 30 to 50 degrees Celsius. So it is a product of fractional distillation of petroleum crude oil, petrol, diesel, oil, all these are the product of the fractional distillation of petroleum product. But natural gas are found naturally where the crude oils are below earth crust. So this is it from the conventional sources of energy, and we have studied, I think, the fossil fuel completely. In the next video we will start thermal power plant. Thank you so much for watching this video.